Hello, speech students. It is about 1:40 on Thursday. Speeches are graded, so make sure that you go back and read through my comments, the rubric, and if you have something that's not graded, let me know. If you submit something late, you need to make sure you let me know. But you should have grades for everything. This latest discussion, clearly the responses to your peers aren't due till tomorrow, so that has not been graded yet. But I want to take this time to give you guys some information about our last two speeches. And the first I want to do is talk about how important it is to get your topics approved, because you want to make sure that your topics are narrowed down and you're not covering too much. What I mean by that is I'm going to tell you about my three favorite sports: baseball, basketball, and football. Those are big. You would need to narrow that down. That's really big. Some topics allow for that. For you to have it organized like that. But for the most part, you want to make sure that your topic is just one. So I want you to think about your specific purpose, and you don't want it to be and this, and that, and this. So you want it to be one thing. And with this informative, you're only informing, we're not persuading, and you need to make sure that your topic is something that's researchable, because you have to have one academic source. Wikipedia will not work. You cannot use Wikipedia. But you have to have an academic source. You have to cite it on your plan page, and then you also have to use it in your speech. According to an article in New York Times, John Smith said that, whatever it is. So you have to make sure you're giving that source attribution in your speech. The examples that are posted, you can see that. You only have to do it once for the informative and twice for the persuasive. And so for this informative speech, I want you to pick a topic that you know a lot about. So it's one, easier to write, easier to memorize. Remember, you're not allowed to take your full speech up there with you. You're allowed to use a note card. And I also want you guys to know that when you guys write these plan pages, they're called plan pages, meaning it's what you plan on saying. If you stray from that a little bit, great, as long as it's close. So if you pick something that you know really well, it's going to be easier to do that. So you have a note card. Say, okay, key point 1 is about this. Oh, I know about this. So if you don't memorize it verbatim, you can talk about it, and you can talk about it naturally. And so if you don't pick a topic you know a lot about, you will not be able to do that as easily. So make sure that you are picking topics that you're comfortable with, that you care about, that you know about. And so I know that this famous person one was a challenge for many of you, because you don't have that connection with the famous person, but we're done with it. We moved past it. I know a lot of you had to revise and revise and revise, and I know you probably wanted to beat your head against a wall, but you're done. It's over. So let's move on. And so on topics, do not do another famous person for your informative. So I would definitely shoot me an email and get your topics approved. These are very important that you do that. You have to have a visual aid with this speech. You can either use, most people use PowerPoint or Prezi. So you make sure that you have a background, make sure that you are using a combination of font and pictures, that it's easy to read, that it's clear, that it's simple, that it's consistent. You want about 5 to 7 slides. So go and watch the examples that will show it. If you don't have a big thing to do a presentation, that's fine. You can have your laptop next to you, and just make sure you're standing up and you transition well with your PowerPoint or your Prezi presentation. And so you're standing up and you have the computer next to you and the camera person's right on you. And then maybe when you change slides, have them just zoom in on the laptop and then zoom back into you. You are not required to do the big presentation. It's great if you have those means, but it is not a requirement. So make sure that you communicate with me, and if you have questions, you're not sure how to do something, then let me know. There are some of you who are still not revising your plan pages based on my comments, and I cannot reiterate enough how important that is to do. And so many of you are coming to my office to get help, and I love that, so keep that up. I had somebody today, so thank you for doing that, making that effort. Those of you are calling me with questions, so don't hesitate to do that. I'll help you. And so just again, don't stress out about the memorization. I am not looking at your plan page and while you're giving that speech saying, oh no, they missed that word. Oh, they forgot that sentence. I am not doing that. Your plan page is what you plan on saying. If you stray from it and you pull it off and you're still on that key point, you're still on topic, then that's great. And I think that you'll do better with that. So I want you to do what works best for you. But if you have questions, let me know. We have 2 more speeches in this class. They are 130 points each. So let's go out strong. Topic approval, topic approval, topic approval, topic approval, topic approval, topic approval.